Sorry, I'm pushing it on purpose, chat. I want to see. I have to see for science. I have to push it. I have to push it for the science. We need a... It's for the YouTube clip. It's for the YouTube clip. For science. Another one. More. It's for science. It's for science. Oh my god. I'm opening all of them. I don't care, chat. I have to keep popping. I'm addicted. I don't care if I waste. There's a ding. My ding. My ding. Jesus Christ. God damn. God damn. That's like season 1 shit right there. That blooming field. That blooming field is hard to compete with, bro. We'll come back to the loop. Oh, and the final little chicken claw. Let's go, dude. The final little clasp hand, bro. Whoopsies. It's still supposed to be fast, chat. Oh god. Even though it's not a like a ultra bossing, you can switch everything up for bossing. But why would you use a auto bomber setup and all that to go do pinnacle bosses? The whole point is for it to be like this amazing mapper. Dude, the choir, man. The choir is just too funny, dude. The choir is just too funny. Dude, the Choir of the Storm King coming down is hilarious. Dude, there's so much choir. Chat, his choir proc rate right now is less than 0.0 something. Like, point 0.08. It's not even 0.1. Hey YouTube, I'm just Anthony. Welcome back to another Path of Exile 2 build video. This is going to be another variant for the Blood Mage. This time though, a little different. We're going to be doing a community build showcase. This is one of my members over on Twitch who has been working on getting this build together for quite a while now because it's so expensive, but he finally finished it and he said, hey man, can you showcase this for one of your days while you're streaming and make a variant build for it on your Mobalytics, because it is so much fun. He's got the Autobomber back up and running. His name is King Majoris over on Twitch. He's here every single day having a great time. He was trying to finish the build and we had another community member that goes by the name of Malikith who was like, hey man, I got the Temporalis, the last piece of the item you're really needing with a really good cooldown on it. Do you want to collaborate? And King said absolutely. He got the build put together and then both of them together said, hey Anthony, can you please showcase this, make the variant, put it on Mobalytics? It's so much fun. And listen, you don't have to tell me twice. If something is fun, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I had an absolute blast today. But beyond that, you guys saw the gameplay at the beginning. Let's jump into the build itself and cover everything. We once again will have a Mobalytics up for the build. But let's dive right in to the Purity of Fire. We have that Vitality, Cannibalism, Mysticism, and my personal choice, Cool-Headed, just to reduce the ignite duration. On your Lightning Bolt is going to be your big damage of this build for map clearing and doing all of the explosions. Choir of the Storm is going to kill targets and you're going to get the overkill effect from your Trample Toe. So because we're doing that, we want giga damage on the Lightning Bolt. We have Considered Casting, Concentrated Effect, Deliberation, and Spell Echo. On the Lightning Bolt, the average damage per use right now for us with our gear is 58,000. And the cooldown, 0.08 seconds, not even 0.1 second. This thing is a Gatling gun. It is just burr. That's all it does, is it goes off. Sigil of Powers from our Chiming Staff for bosses. Life Remnants, we still have that Dissipate on there, so we get a little bit juicier Life Remnants. Spark, this is our manually casted Spark. You're not using this very much other than in panic situations, or maybe you're doing ritual where you're just kind of like standing there getting some free casts off while ritual's going. We're going to be having Unleash, Lightning Mastery, my personal choice because I like high level spells, Unbreakable, Gamble Shot, Mobility. This is what we settled on and it felt really good. Orb of Storms, again for bossing, maybe ritual, something where you're standing still. We have Expanse, Magnified Effect, Electrocute, Font of Blood, and now the three most important items to the build. Our first one is our Blink. We have Ingenuity and Arcane Temple to make it faster. Now, this Blink is level 25, and on the cooldown, it's 0.82 seconds. Less than 1 second for the Blink cooldown. Cast on Critical. This is our first energy gen. We have 2 sparks. I leveled mine up all the way. Mr. King had lower level sparks just so the character can sustain and feel more comfortable. I'm always pushing damage and I love hurting myself. Yeah, I love hurting myself. So I have 2 sparks, high level, energy retention, impetus, and of course inspiration to make him not hurt that much. I want to be hurt, but I don't want to be hurt a lot. All right. And then cast on dodge. Now this is important. I have another high level spark. We have fork, acceleration, elemental focus for a little bit more damage, and persistence for effect. Now, the thing that's important on cast on dodge is that you only put 1 spell in here, 1 spark. Cast on dodge, the more abilities, if you want to do 2 sparks or you're thinking you want to put 3 spells in here, the more you put in there is the more energy. That means the farther Blink has to travel, the total distance Blink has to travel to proc a cast on dodge. If you put 2 sparks in, I'm going to stand over here for instance, if I'm right here, damn it. If I'm right here and I go over, just this little bit of space was enough to cast the spark. That was enough. Just this little bit of space. You don't even see it goes from 0, it stays at 0. Now, if I had 2 sparks in and I just want to go from here to here, it would not cast. It would not be a farther enough range. You're going to then blink right on top of some mobs that might be not far away. There's a wall, there's some mobs there. You're in a tight corridor seepage. You're not going to cast the sparks and you're going to kill yourself. So make sure you only put 1 spark in here to make sure it always goes off. Always goes off no matter how far you blink. Very important. Jumping on over to the gear. This is very expensive. I'm going to keep saying that. Very expensive gear. Very expensive build. So the first we have is a Mirror Tier Wand. Lightning damage, cold damage gains, tons of spell power, 4 all spells, 108% increased critical hit chance for spells, and 35% cast speed. Makes that blink feel a little bit better. This is a Mirror Tier Wand. The most important thing on this is +4 to all spells, not lightning spells. We do not want +4 or +5 lightning spells. We need levels to our blink. We need levels to our blink. So, +4 to all spells. Going into the rest of the gear, the second thing, you need a helmet with bonus spirit. We need to have enough spirit to run all of our gyms. This helmet that Mr. King has is +23 spirit. It's got life, lots of energy shields because he opts in for energy shield, rarity of items found, critical hit chance, and cold resistance. Phenomenal, very expensive helmet. Now, the big ticket item beyond the wand and the helmet is that Temporalis. This Temporalis has -1.99 seconds for the cooldown. Very good roll. Very good roll. Damn near perfect roll for the Temporalis with the cooldown. That's very important to the build. Going on over to the Choir of the Storm, this one you can just have cooked or anything that you need to still have allocated. I choose to have cooked because I don't path over there. And then I got some rarity. This is my personal choir that I used, not the one that Mr. King was using with a different anoint. But we both still have the required skills on the tree. Sacred Flame, very important. He has 2 sockets because he has 2 rabbit talismans. You need extra spirit on your Sacred Flame. Right now, I only have 3 leftover spirit. So that's, you could go ahead and get 20 spirit on a helmet. That's how much spare spirit I have. You need 240. Just make sure you have that. So you can't have just a 1 socket Sacred Flame. You need to have either 1 socket and Corrupted Spirit or just 2 sockets. Next, we have those Trample Toes. Trample Toes, 30% overkill damage. Everything that you kill, all that overkill damage just spreads and explodes the rest of the enemies. That's what's giving that big old screen-wide pop, is the Trample Toes. Two really good rings. They're both pretty much the same. Prismatic rings. Lots of resistances, lightning damage, life, rarity of items found. Exact same thing with the other one. Lots of resistances, lightning damage, life, rarity of items found. You all know you like that rarity of items found. Everybody wants those dings. Get the divines, all right? We have a belt. Just a belt with life, strength, cold resistance, and chaos resistance. 3 charm slots. More of a simple belt, modest belt. If you can get all of your resistances elsewhere, you can maybe get with a headhunter or something else. You choose you. Just make sure you can fulfill all of your defensive requirements. If you do take this off, you're going to lose even more life and, strength. So be careful. Now, the gloves, you could already see, are not at Ziri's acuity. Because he needed another slot, and because the damage on this is so high and the damage to yourself is so low, with fast metabolism, you don't need at Ziri's. But he is losing critical hit chance that he has to overcome on the skill tree. So we'll get to the skill tree in a second. But he did opt for a rare pair of gloves. Fantastic choice, because as long as you have fast metabolism, this build does phenomenal. Even with blood magic, you don't need the Adziri's with this type of build. We have high energy, life, rarity, dex, and intelligence. Very, very good. Now, let's move on over to the skill tree. This is the skill tree that you're going to have on Mobilytics. So you're going to be able to head on over to Mobilytics. As you see, we're just making a big old hat on top of the tree here. Now, there's 2 important things on this tree I want to talk about. Number 1 is the Megalomaniac Diamond. You need 2 things on this Megalomaniac. Fast metabolism or distracting presence. Distracting presence is the number one thing you need. 10% increased cooldown. Now, you could anoint fast metabolism on your amulet if you're just trying to get distracting presence, which is fine. You could get cooked in distracting presence, and you can put fast metabolism anointed on your Choir of the Storm. However you can get distracting presence is the most important thing. That's number one. Number two, second most important thing. Every single jewel you have on your whole skill tree needs double critical hit chance. Flat critical hit chance and critical hit chance with spells. So every single jewel I have is double critical hit chance. A lot of these jewels are my jewels that I had from my build. King did give me 2 of his, but majority of these are my jewels that I have double crit chance on with magnitude of ailments triggered spells. So in order for you to save points on your skill tree, you need double critical hit nodes. That way you don't have to take like Careful Assassin and all these nodes over here. I'm level 97 and I still feel like I'm starved for nodes on this skill tree. It is a very robust skill tree. Now, Mr. King normally has more energy shield than this. He has well over 2,000. I believe it's like 2.5k or plus. I've changed some of his gear to have life because I really like life. And he gave me jewels like this that have energy shield. Now, if you want to go energy shield and you want to go eternal youth, you absolutely can do that. And he advises, just for even more survivability, instead of getting spell damage right here, for your start, you can come up here and get all of this energy shield right here, and then go up and continue your tree. So if you want to lose some spell damage, which the build does a ton of damage, I like doing more damage, but if you want to lose a little bit of damage, you can get all of this energy shield right here. You can go Eternal Youth, and then make sure you put all of these, you just change these to more Iron Runes, to more energy shield from all of these bases. Get as much energy shield from these bases as you can. I changed these Iron Runes to life, just because I like picking on Mr. King in my community, and he knows how much I like life. And that's my joke with him. I'm like, I don't want your filthy energy shield. So guys, this build would do phenomenal with energy shield. All right. I will say that. Get your Eternal Youth, get all your energy shield. It'll do great. You'll be super happy. Don't even worry about it. But that is the build, guys. All as you do is blink around and you kill everything. That is it. That is the build showcase. Again, we will have a Mobalytics link to this variant. Shout out to King Majoris again. Shout out to Malikith for loaning over the items needed to make the build so awesome. These community members are great, and I love to be able to do a community showcase like this to show the creation for their league. It's hard getting all this stuff. It takes a lot of hours of farming, a lot of hours of grinding. Both of these guys are on all day long that I'm on, so it's very important. So give them a shout out. Join us on Twitch. Tell them. Good job, guys. Well done. Well done. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this variant. Hopefully we get another one out soon, maybe next week. I do want to get some fire spells. I do want to get some chaos spells. I just love the variants, man. We're having a blast. Join us on Twitch if you want to see some variants, variant creation even. But anyways, guys, I'm just Anthony. I'll see you next time.